Howdy, Patrick here. This is going to be sort of a different video than what you're probably expecting. I literally just got this holster in yesterday. So this isn't really going to be about a overall constant carry, constant, full review of the holster. It's going to be a quick overview and filling in a few things that I haven't seen on other reviews of this holster. Now, the holster I'm speaking of course, in the title, is the Tuctite Annex. Now, this is not a custom one. This is their, I guess on their website it's under the category of quick order or quick ship. I ordered it Thursday at like 7:30 at night, and it got here Monday. So it is very, very quick ship. Quick ship in their minds essentially means just black and not a light attached to the gun, just the gun, just the mag carrier, and obviously they've got a bunch of these in stock, and you're not adding any other custom pieces to it. They can't be popped on real quick, such as the clip size, and that's a quick ship to them, and so I got mine extremely quick. Now, of course, you've seen the claw piece. People talk about there's a wedge on the back that's roughly right here, and then of course comes with a mag carrier, empty mag, and mine's for my Glock 19. No mag, or no ammo. But what I'm going to do real quick is just quickly go over everything that comes with it, and then I'm going to compare it to the holster I've been carrying with for the past about a year. So it comes with some Loctite, which I didn't see any directions, but I assume that Loctite is to tighten down some of the retention screws, or maybe to Loctite the screws that hold the clips on, because the screws fit, but they're not overly long. And I think they do that so that if you really want to tighten it down, it's not going to start coming out the back of the holster. So it's not the screws aren't overly long. What that means though is that if you go for a looser fit, looser retention, then you're going to start getting close to having it be fully threaded out. So you're really going to want to Loctite those. I haven't had a problem yet. I haven't Loctite anything yet. I was going to wear this for a week or two to see if there was any screws that had a problem coming out, but I'm just going to watch it closely, because I really don't want to throw Loctite on something if I don't need to. And then it comes with these two, essentially, mine came with two of them. I don't know why, but it should just come with one. Talking about yours has been pre-treated with this quick draw spray. I had never even heard of a quick draw spray or any kind of spray for Kydex holsters. So I'm going to look into these because, like I said, I'd never even heard of that kind of product. But now that looking into more holsters, I've seen it more and more, so I was going to look into if it's really necessary. Comes with a business card, really just your basic stuff, really cool logo on the front, and then some contact information on the back, their Twitter, their Facebook, their Instagram. And then their website, and then comes with these two stickers, which is cool. I think I'm gonna add these to my truck. This is the full-on, I guess would this be a decal, and then this is just a sticker. So that's all that comes with the packaging. Of course, the holster comes in a bag and comes with the holster. Mine came in a very, very small package, like to the point where I was like, wow, that's really tiny. Did I get the right thing? And then I realized that, contrary to my popular belief, contrary to how the images sort of look online, the holster itself is extremely small. So had a little fun mind trip on that one. But anyways, onto the holster itself. It comes off pretty easily. I don't carry mine super tight, so it's pretty easy right there. Of course, Glock 19. Claw. I have mine moved up for deeper concealment, and I'll tell you in a second why I'm able to do that with this magazine, or with this holster. One thing I did notice though is this clip is so you can see the configuration of this back piece. It droops backwards, it swoops down, and when it comes stock, there's another hole right here that it's put, you know, the whole thing shifted down a hole, and this swoop lines up perfectly with the bottom of your mag carrier. I haven't noticed it giving any problems with that, but I did notice that it's sort of designed for you to carry it down there, but if you want better concealment, you're going to have to move the clips up. Wedge on the back is a hard rubber, but it is flexible to a degree, so it does cushion a little, but of course that's mainly there for to tilt it back, and then the claws here to bring that grip in more. So I wanted to compare it with my old holster. Now, my old holster is a G-code Incog that could still have the mag carrier attached, because I haven't like heat shrink that in or anything. I know people have gotten this holster in the past and then decided they weren't going to do a mag carrier, so they would, you know, take the heat gun to that piece and bend it in and then just run the one clip. So what I wanted to compare is printing, concealability. Now, I'm wearing a pretty tight shirt, a more tighter shirt than I would typically wear. I am one of those people that's a little self-conscious about my rolls, even though I'm married. I still don't like to broadcast the fact that I haven't really stayed in shape. But this shirt, of course, you see the moves, you kind of see the love handles, you can see the sort of the outline of my spare tire, and the G-code, I really could get away with carrying this in public. It wouldn't be too drastic. You know, a lot of times we worry, in my opinion, too much about printing, because unless it's like just straight up like, oh hey, look, there's obviously something there, like that, to me, you're just not gonna notice. Someone walking past is not gonna be looking at every single wrinkle in your shirt. They're not gonna really give a damn to do so. Unless you got an operator running through your mall trying to, you know, look at everyone's dingle region to see if they're appendix carrying. No one's really gonna give a shit. But I still did want to sort of highlight the fact that when I was really looking into it, I was debating, should I just get the mag carrier, because I wanted to carry an extra mag. It's the whole purpose of looking into another holster. I wanted to carry an extra mag inside the waistband. Sorry, I'm pretty sick right now. The only reason I'm up and doing this is because I doped up on some Dayquil. But so I was looking at purchasing I think it would have been like $52 after shipping and tax from tacticoolholsters.com, which is where you can purchase your G-code holsters, to get the mag carrier for this. And I was like, you know, as I was looking at other holsters, I was noticing the accessories that those had, such as the wedge and the claw on the grip side. And I was like, you know, I wonder if those things help. And so the more videos I watch, the more they talk about it helps for better concealability. So I wanted y'all to sort of be the judge. I'm trying to not constantly be that person that's like, oh no, I'm not carrying, don't look. You know, that's the kind of extra stuff I do while I'm walking, is I tend to just do that. I tend to just fluff my shirt. It's a habit of mine, it's a tick of mine. And I've had it for as long as I've been concealed carrying. But you notice pretty quickly, you can sort of see that point, that tip right there of my grip. And so while this is pretty snug to my body, you can notice right there that grip comes out. And that is probably my one gripe with G-code. This is extremely comfortable. I've got no problems, touch my toes, do knee hikes. You can even, you know, use a urinal in it. If you're wearing the right underwear, and you can, you know, finagle your dangle. But overall, it's that one catch that has, it's actually constantly annoyed me. I've just always wore shirts around it, or, you know, just sort of managed to ignore it and understand that even if someone is seeing that, unless they are as gun nutty as I am, they're probably not going to realize what it is. Now, as far as putting the holster on, it's not all that hard. It's got a little more I always try to, I've been doing this clip first because you're gonna have to kind of pull your belt and pants up around that claw, and then you can slide it down. And that wedge, what I've noticed, has kind of helped hold the undershirt down. And then, you know, in my opinion, this is concealing better. I like to kind of push it down a bit, get it up under that bottom tire of mine. So I wear it just a little loose enough to where I can kind of push the whole front of my pants down, and like I said, prop it up under that belly tire. And you know, in my opinion, y'all be the judge. I think it's better concealing, and that's saying something because not only do I have the Glock 19, I also have an extra mag. So I have 31 rounds on me because I carried 15 plus one in the chamber, and now I can carry an extra 15 mag. And I think it's concealing better. I think that, you know, oh, look, you know, but who does this in public? You know, I'm trying to just stand here and walk, move the normal ways I would in conversation with people out in public. And I think that claw really helps bring, you notice that, you know, it really helps bring that bottom clip in, and then that magazine really does not add any extra discomfort. So you can see this thing I've got some extra on me, but this thing is really pulling it close to my body. And the one thing I wanted to touch on, I talked to y'all, I mentioned earlier that I move the clips down to have better concealment, so it sit about a 1/4 inch lower. And the reason I can do that and still come in and get a pretty good finger, you know, groove on it to pull it out is because the claw sort of pushes on my tiptoes, sort of pushes my pants away from my body and allows my finger to come down over the grip and kind of, you see that, kind of get under there without ruining my knuckles on my belt consistently. And so, you know, I'm not working on speed trawl, but I can go in there, get my grip, come up with it, and then go out. And then of course I can always mag change it, you know, and I love that. That's what I really wanted, was that ability to do a mag change. So that's it. Like I said, I didn't want to go too detailed into the holster because they're great holsters and the quality is good, and the few complaints that I've seen on people, from people, have been the screws coming out, and they provided Loctite. I mean, I don't know what more they can do for that. So, hope this was helpful. Hope it wasn't too boring. Other than that, y'all have a good one.